Welcome back to another episode of the PokeStop Podcast, your favorite Pokemon TCG podcast. As always, I am your host, Zach Prod, joined by my amazing co-host, Thad Wand. Thad, we are in episode number 30. We have made it to whatever you get when episode 30 happens. I thought you would have a cake ready. You didn't. Kind of dropping the ball.
Not gonna lie. I had no idea what episode we were on.
Honestly, I don't know it until we start. Until I pull up like our agenda and see what last episode was, then I know what episode we're on.
Well, see, the thing is I thought we were on episode 32. If I'm being completely honest,
I know. I see the file numbering system you use when you upload the videos.
Well, I think it's because I think I messed up on 2 episodes where I messed up the file completely.
There might have been 1 too where I just forgot to change to the next episode and we just rolled with it and we just said, oh well.
But this does feel like episode 30. It does feel like a real episode 30.
Feels like the real episode 30. You're not wrong. You know, this week, Thad, we had the start of pre-release weekend and the pre-release season for Phantasmal Flames, which we said last week, but the Mega Evolution format was just way too short. It's really annoying how short that format was.
Yeah.
We both went to a midnight pre-release on Friday, and I pulled the Mega Diancie EX, which when you combo it in the Zacian Precon is actually pretty good. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, I mean, because you just get Wonder Patch galore.
Yeah, you have Wonder Patches. You already have a Psychic build, so it's very easy to maintain as well. Especially when it's a pre-release and 120 is not a crazy number to hit, to have health points of. It was a lot of times I would just throw that up there, and there was no hand disruption and no gust in any of the kits. So you literally could just park up a Mega Diancie that has a 1 retreat and just let it sit there and tank for the last prize. That literally won me both the games I won with that. That's literally what I did. I would just we just traded until we got to the last prize, and I threw up that guy and said, "Enjoy dinner." And you got to chew to 370, I think it was, because it's you did they usually had to 3-shot you, and you also had the ability that you take 30 less. So it just makes you so. I think it's 280 base, but they have to 3-shot you, so it kind of makes you 370. It was just really funny.
Yeah, I mean, turns out Megas were really good in the pre-release. I also did really well in my pre-release. Just pulled 2 Mega Heracross. And
you pulled so much. I swear every pack you opened was a Mega or an IR, and I'm over here just I got a Mega Diancie I'll never use.
Yeah. No, I pulled 2 Mega Heracross, 1 full art, 1 regular art, and then the art rare Toxtricity. My kit was a Zacian kit, so there was no synergy there. And I said, forget about it. I'm just gonna go all in.
I leaned into the Zacian kit, and you threw yours in the trash. You were literally just don't need these.
No, I was all right, I'm just gonna play 20 grass energy. I pulled this Smeargle that could accelerate energy from the discard pile.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got 2 Ultra Balls in my kit and just was all right, I'm just gonna discard these grass energy with Ultra Ball and then go accelerate them with Smeargle, and then I'll have a Heracross set up turn 2, and then good luck getting through a Heracross that's also milling your deck.
Yeah.
So it didn't work out against the 1 Ceruledge that I played against, which turns out Heracross would be fire, Ceruledge is fire. It wasn't very good. I had a route. I just missed it because I also pulled a Mega Lopunny. I also forgot to say this. I also pulled the Secret Art Rare, Secret Illustration Rare, whatever, Mega Lopunny,
and the regular Lopunny.
And a regular Lopunny.
It was insane.
So my kids were cracked.
You hitting 5 hits in 4 packs is honestly crazy.
Yeah, you just gotta be built different. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, it's crazy.
So I played the low punny, and I could have won the game if I just like managed my low punny strategy a little bit better, because like low punny just shreds through the zero ledges. But it was midnight and I wasn't giving a shit, so I was like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a bad matchup.
Mm-hmm. I don't really like pre-releases. I think I'm pretty open and honest about that. I just don't enjoy sealed, like, restrictive formats like that. Like, I don't know. I hate playing decks that I don't think are very good. Like, it takes a lot for me to play like Alakazam, or like, like decks that just are like, they're fun but they're not good. Like, I hate playing a deck that I don't think is the best deck I could play. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
I just don't enjoy playing the game that way, because then I feel like every time I lose, I'm just like, wow, if I had played this, like if I had played Gdansk instead of like Sarah Ledge or Alakazam, like, I'd be having way more fun. Because I am one of those crazy people who thinks taking prize cards is fun. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is actually kind of crazy of you.
You know what else?
But Zach, kind of crazy. I have a question for you though. Hold on. Before you go,
what is your
let me segue this.
All right, you do your thing. I'll be here if you need me. We'll play Pokemon
Zach,
Go.
During your pre-release, Zach, do you know what sleeves you used?
Thad, I used, as I do with all of my TCG enjoyment, I use Dragon Shields because they are tough as scales.
So I've heard.
What sleeves did you use for your pre-release, Thad?
I used some broken ass Dragon Shields that split every 3 minutes, but
man,
that's fine because they are sending me a case.
Oh, so like you're saying like you had a problem with the product, you emailed them,
yeah,
and they resolved the issue pretty efficiently. So like, I mean, what are they sending you? Like 10 sleeves? Like they're just like replacing the ones that split?
No, Zach, they're sending me a whole case.
A whole case to replace one box.
They sure are.
Are you Mr. Shield? Do you have like a hookup? Do you have like some secret like phone in your house that like is behind like a dragon? You like open up the dragon cabinet and there's just like Mr. Sleeve is like Mr. Shields is just sitting in there?
Some think so, yeah. Some would say so.
Thad, that's really weird. Why would you bring up Dragon Shields in this particular instance? Did something happen?
Zach, I bring this up. I come to you today on the day of your daughter's wedding.
How did you know I had a daughter and that she was getting married? And you didn't even bring me a cake. On our 30th podcast episode, you not only didn't bring a cake, you're leaking that I have a daughter. I didn't even know I had a daughter. I didn't even know she was getting married. Too many things are happening right now. I'm overstimulated as shit right now.
I am sitting on the only cake I got.
Damn. What kind of cake is it though? Yo, like honestly though, like chocolate cake, S tier. I'll die on this hill.
Oh God, no.
It's so good.
Carrot cake.
Did you get this cake?
That's like my favorite reaction.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's like carrot cake is fine, but to be like it's my favorite cake is crazy.
No.
I've always felt carrot cake was overpriced.
Just make it yourself.
You think I'm making my own cakes? On the day of my daughter's wedding?
Oh.
You think I'm making the cake? I'm busy. My daughter is getting married. I have to threaten her husband so many times today. Think of how many times I have to send him a picture of like a shovel that I just put in the truck bed, I don't even own a truck. I gotta go buy a truck and a shovel, and my daughter's getting married in like 4 hours.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we let this skit get away from us.
This bit went way too far. All right, so what about sleeves?
I think Zach, the reason I bring up sleeves because we're in the midst of a conspiracy.
A conspiracy?
We're in the midst. It's not a conspiracy. We're in the midst of drama right now, Zach. The drama being...
I thought you said Toronto. I was like, what? We're in Canada.
We're not going to...
Not till January.
Oh, Canada. Plus up.
Give me the gravy first. So the drama.
No, so the reason...
Hang on.
Is due to some existing drama we have going on. Okay.
Hang on a second.
I'm hanging on by a thread, Zach.
All right, restart that because you froze.
Oh, it's weird. Anyway, so I bring up this sleeve thing to talk about drama that is happening.
Okay.
In regards to many sleeve brands, Zach, do you know?
Like Dragon Shields?
Mr. Andrew Mahone.
I am familiar. I have met him once or twice.
He made a video, Zach.
Oh.
This video was all about your favorite brand.
Top Cut Gear?
Brands.
The GOATs?
Top Cut Gear. Yeah.
Hey, yo, the best sleeves in the game. Oh, okay. And it was a very positive video?
Positive if you're a consumer of these brands, yes. Because now you know they're all from Alibaba, baby.
Oh, so that's just where they get the manufacturer, but the sleeves are really different from each other?
Turns out, Zach, are all fucking same.
That's crazy. Honestly, what was the craziest part about this whole saga to me? Is it wasn't even just the video, which also if you haven't seen the video, we're gonna put it in the description of the podcast. So if you did not watch it yet, you should watch the video. You should make your own assessment of what he is talking about. Because I think that was the big thing no one on the internet was doing on Friday when this video came out. Nobody was just okay, let me take what this guy's saying with in full honesty and transparency and see what he's saying and see is this valid? Is this a valid critique of the sleeve industry? Which I think for the most part it is. I think it's fair. I think they're fair critiques, right? He never said don't buy these sleeve brands. That was never said. I think his thing was just we should have transparency, which I don't know is probably true if we're if what is being alleged is true, which I think it's fairly plausible. I mean, we had Andrew literally put in the conversations with the manufacturer, who put in photos of all these brands' sleeves in his factory. I don't know. I don't understand how we don't view these these claims as valid or more plausible than not plausible. I feel beyond
and I guess I would
a reasonable doubt, I think they've been proven.
Yeah, and to take a little bit of a broader scope to this, for anybody who doesn't know, again, watch the video that Andrew made. Did a lot of good work on it. But the broad scope of this is you have all these internet brands, right? I like to refer to them as internet brands. You have FCBC, Endgame, Dual Spec, Top Cut Gear, all these news elements, all these sleeve companies that have just popped up over the last probably 3 to 5 years, and most recently, the newest one being Element.
Yeah.
All these sleeve companies just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Now, to be fair, the big 3 sleeve manufacturers being Ultimate Guard, Dragon Shield, and Ultra Pro, they do not give a fuck about these brands.
Yeah, I think there were some people trying to make that argument that this is him somehow shilling for Dragon Shield, and I was why would Dragon Shield want him making a video about how you can get sleeves for half the price.
$3 a box.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like minimum of like
Yeah.
the most like conservative estimate would be half the price. And like the most like, you know, economical number would probably be like a third of the price.
Yeah. So like he made this video going on about like how all these sleeves all kind of look and feel, and like all the branding is almost the exact same. They're all like white labeled, meaning
Yeah.
that they're like drop shipped, kind of like they're just badges slapped over top of other labels that just get put on like the internet. He had a lot of good points. One of them being that there is, and like the big three brands do have a problem, and that is Mr. Barry Zhang and what is it, Unicorn Gaming, right?
Yes.
Right. So like that's probably the best sleeve manufacturer in all of China, which is great for China and good for us because we can get sleeves for super cheap if you want to go buy in bulk, which I think a lot of people are considering now.
I think everyone has, because they've
Right,
actually Unicorn Game Plus, I believe, is the name of the manufacturer. But yeah, they've actually upped it to where you have to get at least 10 cases now. And on Friday when the video came out, that was not the case. You could buy as little as one case.
Yeah. So like the over, go for it.
Yeah. So like I actually bought. I had bought 2 cases of sleeves, from the listing he put up. I actually like went and like typed out the exact name of the 1,000 pieces, brand new, rough texture, consistently cutting, premium tournament grade, MTG standard size, 60x 66 by 91 matte trading card game sleeve by the Dongguan Berry Packs Company Limited. I typed all that out and found the sleeves, and I bought 2 cases for, I think it was like $71 shipped. It was under 75 for sure. I want to say it was like $70 and change of like shipped, like to my house in, I don't know, however long it takes. And actually on the listing,
like a month, but
yeah, they are up 7,000% in the last month. And their listing has grown 1,200% more traffic. So like I think this video has definitely generated some sales. Which I don't think was his intention in any way. I think his thing was literally just like, hey man, if you're buying these sleeves, you should be aware that like this is happening. Which I think is totally
and I think
fair
it's all
thing
just comes
to do.
back. I think it all just comes back to consumer transparency, right?
Yeah.
Like all these brands like advertise as though like they're all unique. They have all these unique features. They're all, you know, some of the best, most durable sleeves you can get in the game, right? And they're all, and that might be true for each and every one of them, right? No one is digging at the quality of the sleeves, but what no one was talking about for the longest time was the fact that all these sleeves are coming from the same place.
Yeah, and there was,
and I think that is,
I mean, there were pictures of like Top Cut, Dual Spec, FCBC, all in the factory. You know, and like, it's really weird for me, especially because like we live 30 minutes from the store where FCBCs are, like the flagship store. You know, and like I like everyone there. Like I have no issues with like anyone with really any of these brands outside of Crashy. That guy sucks. He's terrible. And honestly, it was actually hilarious. The start of his video, I watched that 4 times, where he just, for the first like 2 minutes, just shredded him in half. Like he took him like a block of cheese to a cheese grater. Like he eviscerated him, and it was hilarious to then see 100%. In like the replies that company being like, thanks for making this video. I was like, did you watch it? He said you don't belong.
No.
And a direct quote, this person does not belong in Pokemon. Like hand on the Bible, like I'll say this in a courtroom, like under oath. Like he said you suck. He said you are a terrible person, and you're like, thank you, may I have another? Like, it is the most like cuckold mentality I've ever seen from a business, and it's hilarious. Sorry,
Oh,
that was just
incredible.
like watching that happen, and then seeing it after on Twitter was just absolutely hilarious. But it's really weird though.
Yeah.
Like they can't, like Crashy coming out of a video as the least unethical person is absurd. Like that's insane to me. To where like,
Yeah.
you know, like in the video there was like the FCBC guys were like, you're just like drama baiting and you're just like trying to get us involved in drama. And then like Crashy was just like, yeah, we're doing it. It's exactly what we're doing. Here's like,
Well, it was gaslighting.
Here's the map. Here's like the roadmap to how we did it. Here's timestamps for every message we've ever sent anyone ever. And then there was like the one that I thought was the worst response was dual spec. And like we change things up, you know, they're engineered by us. And we're like, well, what like, and he said in the video, like, what did you engineer? What did you change? Because like, you know, he said like when he, in the video, like I riffled with all three of these. I can't tell a difference between any of these. And like, I don't know. Yeah. Like it felt like gaslighting.
Well, I mean, the gaslighting really came from the owner of FCBC, which was he just straight up denied. He's like, yeah, I'm not getting them from. I don't even know who that is. I don't know what that website is. I've never heard of this before. This is like you're just making things up because of Jesse, and like
that was really weird. Like being like Jesse Parker left FCBC because of Andrew Mahone. Like, do you think he like? I mean, I don't know about you. Like, I know you have pets. You know, like I just hope when Andrew gets home from work, he lets him outside to use the bathroom or something. You know, that was really weird. I think that was really weird. I'm like, Andrew is like a dad with a child. Like, I don't think he cares what I genuinely don't think he is like thinking about what is Jesse Parker going to do with his sponsorships for maybe more than 10 seconds a year, you know? I don't think he really cares. Like, I don't think there's really any kind of impact there.
Well, it just felt like a very unprofessional, like unprovoked response that just like didn't lead to anything, and just like
and it was weird
show his
like
ass
I don't
a little
know.
bit.
I almost wish there was like we could get both sides of that story, because like I'm sure there are more than one side to the story, but like if you don't come out and say it, you don't like if you don't tell your side, you don't get a side. Like that's just how it is, you know?
Yeah. So I mean, like it's just like weird all around from all these like brands' responses, and like the fact that like Top Cut Gear was like the most above board with everything. Like, yeah, we're doing this. Yeah, everyone else is doing it too. Like, we're just really flipping to make a buck.
Yeah,
and it's just like for like the transphobe to come out and be like the most ethical business about this was so insane. Weird.
Whenever Crashy comes across as the best, like the most moral in any situation, you know, we've lost every plot.
You've lost the plot.
All of them. Yeah. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. But I mean my only final thought on this is just like it doesn't matter what sleeve you use, it doesn't make a difference. The point of the video wasn't to shit on anybody. I don't think it was to like degrade any brand. I think it's just to point out the fact that like it doesn't matter which one you buy, because you're getting the same thing no matter what. Or just like go right to the source and just avoid paying triple the MSRP on these.
Yeah, like listen, if you want to pay the price and you want to say, okay, I like this brand, I want to support this brand, it's your money. You know what I mean? Like, you do what you want. And I think that's really what he was saying. Like, I think the gist of his like video was like, just the transparency request, I think, is the most he was asking for. And I think the craziest part to me was, man, everybody defending this after on Twitter. I could not find a person who was defending it without seeing in your bio or in the first 3 tweets on your profile some kind of thanks to this company for the sleeves, or like I'm an ambassador or I'm sponsored, and like if you're gonna like come at Andrew for like not disclosing that he was like he's sponsored by Dragon Shields, which like I think I think initially was a fair critique, which he actually came out and said why he didn't do it, which I thought was actually,
and it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Like I thought it was actually a pretty good justification.
I mean, when you think about it for more than just a second, it just starts to
Yeah,
align
like
with
when
like
you give
what
any kind of grace,
his values are.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the moment you give like any kind of like grace or like understanding to why someone did something, I think it's pretty obvious why he did that. Like honestly, like I don't know. I think it's okay, I pulled up the actual tweet of why he said he left it out. And he said, I left my sponsorship out because I was going rogue and doing something that they might not be okay with me doing, and I didn't want to drag them into it, which I think is actually pretty fair. Honestly.
I would say so. Like, you have to think about it from like Andrew's perspective. Like, he's basically telling people, if you want to get good sleeves cheap, go buy from Alibaba. Like, that's essentially what it kind of boils down
and like
to.
you would have to
And,
imagine Dragon Shields like, no, please undercut us. That's actually what we want. Like what?
Yeah. So like, I think a lot of people just missed the point of the video, and like,
I think a lot of
someone
people watched
started
the
like
video.
beef with me. Yeah,
I
no.
had.
Well,
Oh,
just
you
like,
only
someone
had
started.
one. I had like
I only
10
had one. I
people
only
just
interacted with like
chirping
one.
at me.
Yeah, I only interacted with one, and just because like I felt like they were being disingenuous to like Mahone's point.
Yeah.
And not that I give a shit or like Mahone needs my defending by any means necessary, but like it just felt like they didn't give the video any attention or any thought. They were just like knuckle dragging that Mahone was bad for some reason, and I'm like,
yeah,
who
I think like
cares?
I saw one guy on Twitter like saying like he like Dragon Shield made him do this, and I'm like, brother, I can confidently tell you, Dragon Shield does not give a shit about whatever brand you're like just like bootlicking for literally no apparent reason.
Do you like what do you think the sales difference between Dragon Shield and FCBC are?
Bro, it's got to be exponential. Like it's genuinely like Dragon
it's
Shield
like 1,000 to 1.
Oh yeah, like it is. It is like a kid in junior high thinking he can beat Michael Jordan. Like, yeah, brother, we're not playing the same game. Like, we're genuinely just not. Like, I mean, like, it's just so. It's so exponentially
Again, it's just weird and
yeah, like it's wild. Like, I don't even know.
I don't care about a brand enough ever.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
To go on Twitter and like fight their battle for them. I just don't care. Even like a company I work for, or like, you know what I mean? Like, if someone comes up to me and is like, I hate the thing that your company sells, I'm like, okay, don't buy it then. Go buy something else. See if I care. It doesn't affect my money.
So Dragon
But like
Shield...
people don't even people don't even work for these companies, and they're just like, yeah, dude, this is
we're just doing it. We're doing it for the love of the game at that point. Like, it's kind of weird.
It's so cringe.
Like, I just don't understand it. Yeah, and it's like, how long has Dragon Shield been around too? Like, they've been like one of the top dogs for like the better part of a decade.
I think 20, 25 years. No, 20, 25 years, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they've been around for the better part of the decade. They have been like the top dog or one. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't.
Well, now they have this. They do Magic the Gathering now.
Yeah, they got them. Yeah, they got them. But like, I remember like back when I started playing Pokemon, like the big three were Ultra Pro, Dragon Shield. Who makes
Ultimate
katanas?
Guard.
Ultimate Guard. Yeah. It was those were the big three, and that's like, for the most part, still the case. Like, and it was actually really funny because there were like a lot of people who like don't live in the United States who were like, I don't know who any of these people are. Like, can someone please tell me who you are? Like, and I'm like, and these like people who are just like in like the EU, and I'm like, yeah, like outside of like America and like Canada and like probably Mexico to a certain extent, like no one knows who these companies are, but they know who Dragon Shield is, they know who Ultra Pro is, and I think like, I don't know, like it just it came across to me just like bootlicking for the sake of bootlicking, and I'm just like, listen, man, like you can disagree or like a product someone is critiquing without thinking that person who is critiquing that product is like a piece of shit or like doing this maliciously. Like,
they're not attacking you personally.
I'm going to pretend businesses have a vested interest in maximizing profits. Just going to pretend.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It was so weird.
Do.
And that's like, I was pretty invested in like the defense of the video on Twitter for just the love of the game. I'll be honest. And I was just like,
fair.
Why are we getting mad at a guy for just giving his opinion in a video? And people were like, well, he didn't give them enough time to respond. And I was like, brother, we are holding Andrew Mahone to a greater journalistic integrity than like the freaking New York Times. Like, this is crazy. Like, I have seen more lax journalistic standards on CNN and like any mainstream media broadcast than we are giving to a guy who makes YouTube videos about Pokemon. Like, I'm sorry, but we've lost the plot at that point, right? Like, this is a guy whose description on his YouTube channel is world's #1 Pokemon TCG fan. And we're like, no, you need to have more integrity than the New York Times.
That's crazy. It's just so
like,
weird.
I'm sorry. We're not being serious at that point. We're intentionally being obtuse. You know?
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's insane.
Dumb.
Yeah. But
Dumb
either
drama.
way, I do hope people go and watch the video and make your own assessment, make your own opinion. And I think it was a good video. I think it was really good for just like spreading transparency. And I think we need more of that. I think I've always been someone who wants to look out for players as much as humanly possible. So I really respected this video for what he was trying to do. And you had to know, like, him going in, he had to know like what this was going to start, like what the conversation was going to be.
Oh, he knew he was starting shit. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I respect that he's willing to do that for the good of the game and for like the good of the players.
Yeah.
You know. But moving on, because this weekend we also had the Gdansk Regionals in Poland, which I'll be honest, I never watch any EU regionals just because I like to sleep in on the weekends. And by the time, the only match I was awake for was the finals. Like, I literally just like woke up at like 11:30 and was like, oh, let me see if the tournament's over. And they had just started game 2 of the finals. But this one had Daniel Magda from the Czech Republic, I believe. He actually won with a Gdansk deck. And I'm going to be honest. If you didn't know what this list was, there's no way you would guess the ace spec. He played a pretty standard Gdansk list for the most part. He did play the Mega Mawile as opposed to the the Mega Lucario, which I think that was something I had seen some people online talking about before the tournament. He did play one of Rocket's Petrol, which is just the searcher deck for
Crazy
a trainer card.
behavior.
Which, like,
Crazy
honestly,
behavior.
could be really good. Like, could be. I understand why it makes sense in this list, right? Like, you go and you find, like, there's a fair amount of one of trainers between, like, Vitality Band, Artisan, Picnic Basket, Stretcher, and the secret box ace spec.
I would say you could use it to actually go get your ace spec and set yourself up for a supporter for the next turn.
Yeah, I think it might. It honestly might just be a 5th Arvin.
Yeah, that's really what it feels like. Just like, all right, I need to go set up. So
it feels like I want another Arvin. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The 4 Arvin, 4 boss, 2 Turos. And then, I mean, pretty standard from there. He was on a 7 fighting, 4 metal. I think most people were either on 3, and I'd even seen some people going down to 2 metal, which I think is crazy. I think that's just too. I think it's too sketchy at that point, and like you just need to find that metal early.
You have to do the 4 for the mall while.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't know why in my head it was like it was a 1 metal, 1 colorless. Yeah, that actually I'm not a huge fan of the Mawile just because like you can't set it up in 1 turn. Like I have to bench a Mawile, attack with something else, and then attach again for the attack.
I did see at Lille somebody was playing a Turbo Energize. So you could go second, Turbo Energize to your Mawile and already have it set up. That way you can at least like huge bite through things. Like the cornerstones and stuff, which is like if you identify that early, then great.
Yeah.
So like it's not for nothing. So the Turbo Energize is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not that I think that you should play that in the Golden Go list going forward. If you think you're in a room full of Dango, then maybe.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think Mega Lopunny
of Cornerstone
is just the way better Cornerstone out moving forward into Phantasmal. Like I think it's just way better. Honestly.
I agree.
Yeah, but this list was actually really interesting.
Well, because Mega Lopunny plus the Prime Catcher build just feels really good.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, I think I've always liked Prime Catcher over
No. That's not
Trolley.
True.
What?
You like Trolley?
For a while.
You were a Trolley head for the longest time.
I was a Trolley head for the first day of the format. No, I literally played Prime Dango to Milwaukee.
Did you? Oh, that's right, you did.
Yeah,
you did end up playing Prime Dango. You just didn't play the Lucario. That's what it was.
Yeah. I was on Prime Dango for Milwaukee. I've always felt Prime Catcher was way better in that deck because like it's just a very aggressive deck, and like Prime Catcher is just so good in those decks. But second place, we had Emma Hagen, which I know like going into this tournament and like especially recently. There's been a big complaint among people in the community for like not having enough female representation, which I would say I tend to agree with.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to see her just kind of go on that run. And she has been like doing really well lately. She actually won the 3K we were at the start of the format with probably really close to this exact same 60. Honestly, she been on the
60 before the tournament even started.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say she literally posted the exact 60 she played, and then got second. Which like,
crazy,
very cool, very cool. Playing the Flareon, Noctowl box, but she also plays a 1/1 Pidgeot line, which I think is really cool. I actually really like the idea of Pidgeot in this deck, because it just feels very pile-y. So I think you definitely need like the Pidgeot to help just like sometimes you need that third piece. And being able to set that up I think is really strong. And also the Serrano in this deck I think is so strong. Just being able to grab like 3 EXs, you grab Fez, you grab Leafeon, Flareon, Ogerpons, Terrapagos, Latias, Pidgeot. Like there's just so many options there. And it just allows you to set up your board in such a strong way. You even like I love the concept of like grabbing the Eevee, like retreating into the Eevee, and then just evolving immediately, and like attach crystal, and then I've gone from no Eevees to a Flareon knocking something out in one turn.
Well, I mean, like it just like completes all these like 3-card combos that the deck naturally kind of has and like
Yeah.
needs. And like I think that's like the problem with EV box in general, and that has been, and that's why I tend to stray away from it. It's because you need all these like 3-card combos. Like I need to get my energy, I need to get my tool, and I need to get a supporter for turn, or I need to like do this. But like I only have like then I'll use up like 2 knockdowns to do that. And then you're like, all right, I'm like kind of behind the 8 ball. So you can like knockdown for the two out of the 3 and then just Pidgeot.
Yeah.
She hit like the combo on stream, like round like her top 8 match, I think, where she was like she knocked out for like Serrano and the Crystal, got Serrano, or like knocked out for Serrano and Rare Candy. Serrano for Pidgeot, Rare Candy, Pidgeot's a good Crystal. Like it was insane. Like it was such a cool combo, and I'm like, oh, that's so sick. It's so sick.
Yeah, it's actually so funny. I love that. The other thing that did happen following this tournament is there was a bit of a conversation on Twitter because in the top 8 stream match, it was Emma playing up against I'm gonna butcher this name, so I'm just gonna say it. Kato Arai.
Kato. You nailed it.
Wow, look at me. I'm so good. If you like that, you better subscribe right now. I'm gonna wait. Okay, cool. So we had a bit of a controversy because I didn't watch this. I'm just kind of like learning this from Twitter essentially. That people were complaining about Kato's pace of play. And shout out Austin Charles on Twitter. He actually went and did the legwork and found out that Kato accounted for 72.8% of the total match time, which amounted to an average turn for Kato of 3 minutes and 42 seconds and an average turn length for Emma of 1 minute and 11 seconds. That's kind of crazy. I'll be honest. And I know like on Twitter after, she kind of like defended it a bit. But just being like, I told the judges, like, give him more time. Which, like, is either, like, the most sportsmanship I think I've ever seen in my life, or just the most confidence I've ever seen in my life. Because either, like, you're like, I'm cool with, like, the clock being manipulated against my, like, to my disadvantage. Or, like, I'm just so good, I'm going to slam you either way.
I think
it's more just the
I think it was the second. I think it's the latter.
You think so? You think she's just like, dude, I'm better?
Oh.
That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, 100%.
Doing that in top 8 of a regional is crazy.
Like watch her on stream. She knows the lines. She knew exactly what she was going for every time, and like didn't miss a beat. Just like knew the combo she was gonna go for. She was like, all right, boop, 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 attack, pass. You know what I mean? Like it was just like every turn was like that. Like she already it's like she was like reading a script.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So like I think it was just like she knew ball and was just like, all right, you can take whatever time you want, brother. Like I'm just gonna.
It doesn't matter. Like, I'm them, brother. That is crazy.
Yeah, just like just build different. Just build different for sure. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you just can't come back from that. Like I don't know. Like I think on her end, it's both over. It was both confidence in the matchup and just the most insane amount of sportsmanship. But like I feel like the confidence is like kind of like, oh, whatever. If he wants to take 25 minutes on this turn, my turn will be over in 3 minutes. I'll take my 3 prizes. Then we'll go on to game 2. I'll take I'll take 2 knockouts and I'll win the game. So
yeah, I think honestly though, like a more important conversation is like I feel like I have felt this way for a few, like pretty much since like I came back to the game, like almost 2 years ago at this point. To where I think judges need to be more proactive towards pace of play at in the regional setting. Like I think locals is way different. I think that's, there's more room to be lax on, the more minute rules and the more like things where you can tell, like at locals, if someone's like just not playing fast or slow playing. Like I think that's like there's a very easy, like I think most judges can tell the difference. Whereas like at regionals, like we need to have the expectation that you're going to play at an adequate pace of play to play 3 games in 50 minutes. And like,
yeah,
I just don't see that being applied. Like I've said it on this podcast. I'll say it every time we talk about this. I was actively slow played against in front of a judge in contention for top 8 at Pittsburgh Regionals. And they just said no. Like there were multiple judges watching and just no one said anything to like me actively. Like, I'm sorry, man. We're playing Bolt against Joltik. We know the line. We know what we do. Like, there's no reason for you to like take a 5-minute turn. I'm like turn 3. Like, I don't know, man. You're probably gonna play that boss in your hand and knock something out. Like, I'm just gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend that's the play. Crazy. But like, I don't know. What do you think? That am I wrong?
I mean, I think you're right. Just like judges need to, I think at regionals, just be a little bit more proactive with the worst case scenario, the warnings for it. Like, hey, like, mind your pace of play.
Sure.
Like, I mean, shit, I do it at cups.
Yeah, I tend to try not to do it in like a local setting. But like if especially because like I play enough Pokemon to where like if you're at a cup or a challenge, I probably know you. Like we're probably on a first name basis.
Yeah.
At that point, like I just play way too much Pokemon, so like I know people, and I know the people who are like, I can tell if someone is slow playing, or playing, or like a slow player. Like pretty quickly. I feel like
you can tell if they're slow playing or playing slow.
Yes. Yeah. Like I can tell if you're just not sure what action to make, or if you're not making an action.
Yeah.
Which I think it's also like it's such a difficult rule to enforce, because it's like, if I tell you to play faster and then like, are you gonna then like just on principle be like, oh, why aren't you playing faster than too? Like, I don't know. It's really hard. It's really tough. Yeah, like it's so difficult for like new players to like gauge an adequate pace of play. It's really unfortunate, honestly.
It's always unfortunate.
But we do have some really cool stuff happening soon. We have the LAIC in a few weeks. We have Las Vegas next weekend. And the following weekend we have LAIC. And then the next weekend we have Stuttgart, which I believe Stuttgart will be the first Phantasmal Flames legal Phantasmal Flames event, if I am remembering that correctly.
You are correct.
I am correct. Yeah, so that'll be cool. That'll be good to see that. And then also the next weekend we have December 6th, we have the Champions League in Japan, to kind of see like what the new format stuff is going to be. And then Thad, we will not have Pokemon for 6 weeks.
Winter break, baby.
Yeah, it's that like winter break where like, the holidays are happening. So we have just the last, basically from the end of this month until almost the end of January, there are no Pokemon events on like on a regional scale. Which I always hate. I'm gonna be honest. I wish there were just like one. Give me like one, like 2 weeks before Christmas. I don't know. It would just be nice just to have something to break up like a 6-week break.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's gonna be a good time to get away from the game a little bit. I mean, the thing that sucks though is like that is like that 6 weeks is the Phantasmal format.
Yeah, so it just feels like it's almost like a dead format on launch.
Yeah, we're gonna get two regionals in it, and then whatever the first set of next year will be legal, very likely like the first week of February. It's like we'll get like two
So we'll
regionals
get
in.
Stuttgart and probably Toronto.
Yeah, I mean they haven't even announced the January set yet, which is crazy because
Which is
like
why
we
I
are
think
coming
it
up.
won't. Yeah, like I think it'll probably be early February that comes out. I could see it being legal just for EUIC, which would be that is February 13th, 14th, and 15th. So that would mean the set comes out
Yeah,
on January 30th, which I think is pretty in
whatever
line
that.
with what we've had in the past. Which I think that might be.
It's never
Would that be
been that late, but it's been late.
Yeah. Let's see. Last year we had Prismatic, was January 17th.
Yeah.
The year before was Paldean Fates on January 26th. So not a terrible precedent for Crown Zenith was January 20th. And then Brilliant Stars in 2022 was in February. So we went Fusion
That was
Strike.
a rotation set though.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, but I mean you went from like Fusion Strike in November until Brilliant Stars in February. But that was also like that was COVID-y time.
That was also
so it's like
that was also like the longest fucking format of all time. Like,
I mean that's 4 months.
Insane.
That's a long yeah, that's like in terms of Pokemon formats,
no, they didn't rotate.
Like that's so long.
Well, they didn't even. No, they actually didn't rotate that year. That was the year they didn't rotate.
Okay.
Because it went Sword and Shield through Brilliant Stars.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Maybe they did rotate. Maybe they. No, I don't think the tag teams were around. Right? Because I was back in it in 21. Yeah, there was no tag teams then.
Yeah, I think most of the tag teams probably rotated like. Did they do like a mid-COVID rotation in like 2020, 2021?
Maybe they did in 21 right before I got back in the game.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah,
but it'll be it's retro format now.
That's so crazy to think about. It's insane. Like oh my god.
Tag teams
I feel so old.
Tag teams are retro, bro.
My back just cracked. It's insane how high the prices are in that, but that is a conversation for another day. Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm excited to get into it next week on the PokeStop Podcast. I want to thank everyone for watching. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, let us know what you think, and we will see y'all on the next one. See ya.
Later.